Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Everything Bears. Joining our traditional hosts, myself, Wedge, and Ezra. We're going
So,
to discuss will Caleb Williams throw for 4,000 yards?
mhm,
Playoff scenarios are for the Bears.
mhm.
And we're going to recap this or get ready to preview this Lions game. So let's get it started.
Everything Bears show, yo, bear down, bear down, bear down, bear down, bear down, yo. Everything Bears show, bear down, bear down, bear down, bear down, bear down, yo. First down, first down, first down, touchdown. Everything between the war zone now. Bow down to the ground, Lakeshore downtown. System throne up the north, up high, calm down, find out, intercepted, locked down, found out, knocked down, 9 down, in the state, touchdown, plow. First down, first down, first down, touchdown. Everything between the war zone now. Bow down to the ground, Lakeshore downtown. System throne up the north, up high, calm down, find out, intercepted, locked down, found out, knocked down, 9 round, in the state, touchdown, plow.
Yo. Good morning, Bears fans. Oh, we got a big one today. Big one, big one. Not any major implications, but I'm talking the emotion factor. These mother lovers put 52?
Yeah, it wasn't pretty, that's for damn sure.
Yeah. Put a belt to ass on our bare asses. And we gotta get back today. We gotta get back. You know what though? We're not that same team. We are not that same team.
Pointing the wrong way, this damn camera flip. Read your text messages too. Just a heads up. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, today's the day, right? The last game of the season. I was talking to you about those text messages, by the way. So,
Oh, those.
yeah, you're on your phone. Read your personal.
Oh,
real quick.
Okay, take over the show while I
Anyway,
check
yeah.
this.
So I was planning on it. So we got a lot to talk about today, right? We got the revenge factor going on right now. So can't wait to see what's going to happen. This time they're in our house, so let's see what we can do today. We got that little revenge thing going on as well. Master versus student. So we got Yoda versus Luke, right? The whole nine. I can't wait. How dare they flex this into the afternoon game? As Bear fans, we've gotten very used to this noon slot, but hey, you know what? It's nice to have later games, primetime games, Saturday and Sunday night games. The only disadvantage to this is with the Bears in the afternoon slot, that's where the Eagles play as well. So we won't know playoff seedings. So there's no, if the Eagles lose, you can rest your guys. You guys are both playing at the same time. So that takes that whole dynamic out of it. So this, in a sense, for the Bears, is a very important game. Not in a sense, it is an important game because it could be the difference between having an extra home game and not. And I think we can all agree with the way that this team is set up. We want as many people coming in the Soldier Field as possible. We don't want to go to warm weather climates and things of that nature. So,
yeah, absolutely. We want to have teams come here. You know, deal with our below zero.
yeah, I mean, think of all the NFC West teams that are in it. We know Seattle is set at the number one by beating San Francisco. So just to start getting into some of the playoff stuff right now and what it looks like. So here's the scenarios. We know San Francisco's locked in the one. All right. If the Bears win, Eagles lose, Bears are second. Or if the Eagles tie, because the Bears beat Eagles in head to head, they are locked into the 2 seed. That means you're guaranteed 2 home games at the minimum, assuming you win the first week. Okay. That also means that we're locked in and we're playing the Packers at home at Soldier in in the playoffs. So that's going to be about the only cold weather team that you're going to have to deal with. So if you could take care of business that first week, that means all these warm weather teams and Philly has to come into your house, a team that we thoroughly dominated on Black Friday.
Yep.
As it stands right now, San Francisco sits in the 5, Rams are sitting at the 6. But if the Rams can beat the Cardinals today, then the Rams go to the 5, San Francisco drops to the 6, and then you have Packers in the 7th. Most people truly believe that the Rams are going to win, so that's going to be the most likely scenario. So if the Bears do lose, we are now going to be facing the Rams at Soldier Field. And I think we would all agree we would much rather have the Rams outside in Soldier Field than us having to go out there, which I truly believe that would still be a winnable game for the Bears at home.
Agreed.
So there's a lot on the line. There's a lot for us to take a look at today. You guys are going to want to keep track of the Cardinals and the Rams. You're going to want to keep track of the Eagles game while we're watching the Bears. But it's all a mute point. If the Bears win, then we know exactly who we're playing. We're playing the Packers at home wild card weekend.
Yeah, and Ben Johnson said we're playing to win. So so I get we're going for the gusto, which I think we need to. Again, not just for seeding, but for pride and for, you embarrassed the living shit out of us in week 2. Now it's our turn.
Yeah, we'll get into why we think the Bears are going to be able to do that. So, but let's hang around the playoff scenario a little bit and talk about the playoff teams that we might face, right? So if the Bears win and they stay at the number 2, you're going to be playing the Packers. So last I checked, the Packers have lost the last 2 games, one being to our beloved Bears. They lost last week as well. And now they're going into this last week with resting Jordan Love. So you would have the possibility of playing the Packers at home. Jordan Love hasn't played since you knocked them out at Soldier Field, and most of the starters haven't played as well. So there's going to be a little bit of rust factor on Jordan Love. So as a Bears fan, we really want to win this game as well, because there's something to be said about momentum heading into the playoffs. I think I'd rather be the winners of your last game versus the losers of your last 3 rolling into the playoffs with a ton of questions around you, a ton of media that's questioning what your team is, what they're going to be able to do.
Oh, yeah.
I'd much rather be in the Bears seat, especially if they win today.
I agree, especially being on Twitter and hearing the rumor mills. Yeah, Green Bay is reeling right now. So, yeah, you come downtown, come see us, because right, they're talking the fire Matt LaFleur talks are back up and running. It's like, dude, you guys would be number one. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. He is a good coach. Sorry.
Yeah, he's a good offensive mind.
Yeah. I forgot how many years he's been coached there and how many times they've made the playoffs. He's like at 100%.
Yeah, I think 7 of 7. I think this is
something like
year.
that. So yeah, fire him. Stupid.
Yeah, you know what? I hope they do. As a Bears fan, I hope they do. So, and then he takes Jeff Hatley with him because he's running that defense pretty well as well.
Yeah, no, if Green Bay ownership knows better, they're not going to fire Matt LaFleur. However, though, like you said, out of all the teams in the playoffs, yeah, bring Green Bay to town. Because, yeah, you guys are the weakest out of all of us.
you get that cold weather team out of the way right away. I don't know if you watched that Seattle game. That would be a tough one to go win on the road, but
If I may, can I speak on that for a
yeah,
second?
yeah, go ahead.
So unfortunately I didn't watch the game, but I watched the highlights, and
Mhm.
what I saw was Ryan Poles. Listen up. You see what happens to Brock Purdy when you got a good front four?
Yeah.
What I saw in those highlights, they were up his ass all game, that front four. And it's like, wow, look
Yep.
at that. I wish we had front four that could do that.
Mhm.
And so, when I saw that, then when you have a front four like that, Brock Purdy turned back into a pumpkin.
He sure did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, they scored 3
Golly.
points
Yeah.
total. So,
Yeah.
and I tell you what, man, he came crashing back down to earth. There was 2 consecutive weeks that they scored 5 touchdowns, whether it's passing, running, whatever the case may be. That's the thing of the NFC playoffs right now. This thing is wide open because every team has, I'm not going to say a fatal flaw, but they have a flaw, right? Seattle. Let's take a look at them. Sam Darnold in the playoffs last year, he stunk. Okay. I
He's
did
got a
watch most of that game last night because it was 2 teams that the Bears could face in the playoffs.
mhm.
I wasn't overly impressed with Sam Darnold. Now that Seattle defense, that thing is legit.
Yeah, their
Okay.
defense is nasty.
But at the same time, what's the strength of this Bears team? It's the offense,
Right.
right? And I think it would only take maybe 21 points to have to be able to beat that team. Then we go the Bears. I think we all know what the fatal flaw on the Bears is, and that one might be fatal. This defense, right? Especially the front four.
The front four.
God
golly.
awful.
Awful.
Okay. Let's go to the 3. Philadelphia. Defense remains good. Offense is inconsistent. Saquon Barkley is a non-factor this year, right? So the run game is suspect. You still have that aspect with Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown. So there's that. Still a little bit of dysfunction there, though winning has seemed to kind of get him back on the right track. That offense still isn't nearly what it was last year. Let's go to the 4. We don't really need to talk about the 4 seed, the NFC South, which that is still to be determined. Tampa Bay actually decided to show up. They beat Carolina. Watched the last quarter of that game. Both of those teams are absolutely 100% awful. So the playoff scenario for that is if Atlanta wins, Carolina is in. But if Atlanta loses to the Saints, then Tampa Bay's in. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Tampa Bay's offense is horrendous. Their defense can be had as well. Whoever gets them, whoever's the 5,
Yeah.
is probably licking their chops.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. A late Merry Christmas.
Mm-hmm. So the 5, let's assume as of right now, San Francisco's in the 5. Their defense, San Francisco is like a mirror image of the Bears right now, except their front 4, it's flip-flop. Their front 4 is the strength of that defense. The back 7 is absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
Right? So pick your poison there. Let's go to the Rams.
Where are they going to be getting their boy back for the playoffs, though?
Fred Warner?
Uh-huh.
There's rumors, but we'll see. It depends, man. I mean, maybe if they make it past the wild card round, there's rumors that they might get him back, but I mean, he had a pretty significant ankle injury where it broke and shattered and everything else. I know Nick Bosa is going to be out. I saw on San Francisco's defense, Hendricks was on there, the old Vikings linebacker. Like,
really?
He's been around forever. I think he spent time in Dallas last year. The Rams can be scary, but they are not a cold weather team, man. I think you get them outside and that offense shrivels up a little bit. Matthew Stafford, being an older quarterback, playing out in the cold, he likes it indoors and he likes it warm. So, having them come into Soldier Field, I think that would be a very big plus for the Bears. You know, a lot of those players aren't used to playing outside. The Rams do have a good running game, and they have some receivers now. So, and they can rush the passer. So that would be an interesting matchup. That's why they're probably the least flawed team in the NFC. And that's why a lot of us don't want to see them. So let's hope that somebody else can knock them out before we have to. And then finally, the 7, we got Green Bay. Offense inconsistent, lost their best pass rusher on defense. Rashawn Gary has been seen on milk cartons because that boy has gone missing.
Because have you seen this man?
Yes. They are out for blood for that young man, which is a shame because before Parsons went down, he was at 7.5 sacks. So it seems that he was the beneficiary of the single blocks without chips and everything else. Now that they can focus on him, the dude is non-existent. So yeah, that's it in a nutshell for the NFC. We're in the dance. We really want this number 2 seed, guys, because we want one of those NFC East teams coming into Soldier Field, and let's see what we got. So,
yep, that's a good rundown.
Yeah, that's the NFC playoff picture. But in order to talk about the number 2 seed, I think we need to jump into the Lions and what challenges that team will present us today as well. So we might as well get in it, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as we know, the Lions themselves had been reeling for quite a bit. They are not there in their typical form all season. A lot of people have pondered and asked, was Ben Johnson the X factor for that team's success? I mean, well, offensively speaking, for sure, I think they miss his presence greatly because you could see how the Bears have been the benefactor of having him be our head coach. I mean, the turnaround is absolutely insane. To be 5-12 last year, and then looking to end this season the exact opposite, 12-5. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, there's something to it. Detroit's offensive struggles, and Goff himself, especially last week, 5 picks. So Goff turned back into a pumpkin too. Speaking of quarterbacks turning back into pumpkins.
Yeah, so Goff, he had 3 fumbles lost and 2 picks. So
5
total turnovers. Yeah, and sacked 5 times. 18 for 29 for 197. I just so happened to have pulled up the stats while we were talking about it for 64.8 rating. Here's the interesting thing. You hold that running game in check, which the Vikings did, 30 rushes for 68 yards, and that offense struggles.
Yeah, can we stop the run though? That's my big thing today is that Goff ain't really worried about pass rush today.
No. Not at all. Which maybe he should be. God, we say it. I feel like this is a topic every freaking week. Paging Montez Sweat. Paging Montez Sweat.
Yeah. Yo, Tez.
Yeah.
Yo, Tez.
Zelda. So he's supposed to be going against Penei Sewell. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Penei Sewell has been shut down for the year. So he is going up against a backup right tackle.
Don't get our hopes up, though. Don't.
I won't
get the hopes up.
We've seen this before, have we not?
Yeah.
In a couple different games.
Yes.
He's going up against the backup, and he's still not making an impact. What the hell? Montez Sweat, I need you to put your big boy pants on and be disruptive today. Yeah. You get to Goff, and he just starts to crumble for sure.
For sure.
Right?
But you got to get to him. That's what we're lacking. We can't get to the quarterback. We can't stop the run. As we know, the Lions have a 2-headed monster that are going to be on their hair on fire. Maybe Monty doesn't play today. I don't know. I heard something like, you know, he might not go either too. But
He's not on the injury
he's
report,
not.
so
Oh, and then he's a
unless
full go then. Okay, no,
he
then
should
he's a
be.
full go.
Yeah.
Man, but it's just like we can't stop the run. We can't get to the quarterback. This could end up being another damn shootout.
Yeah. It feels like it, man. So a lot of people think, okay, well, Detroit doesn't have Johnson, but as we get deeper into the show, you'll find out that this offense is still pretty good, right? They still put up points, they still run the ball well. What's happening though is that this team isn't getting those long sustained drives anymore, where the play sequencing and stuff isn't as crisp, and some of these drives have a tendency to break down. They don't have the ability to keep these drives alive once they get behind the sticks. So again, Montez Sweat, we need you today, buddy. A couple drives where you could get these guys in second and long, third and long, and you have a better chance of getting them off of the field than what you had last year. We've seen the Bears offense, where if they get into second and long, third and long, you still have faith that they're going to be able to carry on. Well, the Detroit Lions don't have that luxury this year, so that's going to be the game inside the game, is what our defense can do to disrupt this offense. These two teams are very similar, right? Good on offense, bad on defense. So it's going to be strength against strength. Let's see what happens. Offense versus offense. It feels like one of these games, whoever's going to have the ball last, probably going to win.
Golly.
We'll see.
I hate those kinds of games, man. Again, my heart can't take it anymore. I can't. Okay, literally can't. But it is looking the way that's how it's gonna line up, this matchup. It really does. It's gonna be another damn shootout. Whoever has the ball last. I know we already did the review of the Niners game when we played the Niners, but I just have to bring up the fact that our secondary, I'm still very confident in them. Like, they're the strength of the defense. But the way Brock Purdy just sliced and diced their ass last week,
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, all right, maybe, because you never know. Goff can have himself a bounce back from last week's game for him. And if that's the case.
You don't think that Goff wants to redeem himself after that showing?
Absolutely.
That showing of 5 turnovers last week put the Lions out of the playoffs, and that was squarely on Goff's shoulders. You don't think he wants to get that bitter taste out of his mouth? If you don't think so, guys, you're wrong. I mean, the one thing that this guy is a competitor. And a lot of people said Ben Johnson made this guy who he was. Well, you know what? There's probably some truth into that.
Well,
but the fact is, he was under his tutelage for several years.
Yeah. Well, and he played very well with McVay for a while too.
Mhm.
So, I mean, and he was great. He was great coming out of college too. That whole Lions team. I want to definitely say this: that whole Lions team, although it would love to come into Soldier Field and beat us today, just for one little kidney shot, bam, there you go. We're gonna go fishing now. You guys, good luck in the playoffs, because they probably wouldn't mind seeing us go into the playoffs on an embarrassing loss.
Right.
So they're gonna be fighting with every fiber of their being, because this is their last game of the year. That's it. After this game, there's no more football for them. There is for us. So they again wouldn't enjoy anything more than to just send us home fucking with a loss going into the playoffs. And it's just,
what was it,
boys,
2 or 3? Go ahead.
I would just say our boys better be ready. That's all.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was it, 2 or 3 years ago, where the Packers were fighting to get into the playoffs? Detroit had nothing to play for. They could have rested their starters, but went all out. and beat the Packers, I think, and then kept them out of the playoffs a few years ago, or like destroyed their seeding opportunity. It was
Yeah.
something along those lines. So with the competitor that Dan Campbell is, these
Yes.
boys are going to be ready to go out, fight, scrap, do whatever it takes to mess up anything that they possibly can. They play for Dan Campbell will play for the integrity of the game. I don't ever see him, pulling guys or whatever the case may be. So
Yeah. Yeah. They're definitely going to want to come into Soldier Field and play stinker today.
mhm.
So again though, I have faith in Ben. I have faith in the coaching staff. They also too are going to have the Bears just. I'm trying to think of the word. Just they're going to be peaked, man. They're going to be ready
Yeah.
to go as well. Just because they know too the implications. Like you can 2 seed. You want as many teams to come to our field during the playoffs as possible, and you greaten the odds if you win today and are the number 2 seed. So
Mhm.
yeah, I'm sure our guys are going to be ready to rock and roll as well. It's just God, man, the front four. I can't tell you how concerned I am about stopping Detroit's run game. I just
Yeah.
I we can't stop the run, and we can't get to the quarterback either on passing downs, and it sucks.
Yeah. Hey, so, kind of keeping with that theme here, we need better play out of the linebackers. Edmonds and Edwards, you guys need to show up and run fits. Hell, I'm looking forward to seeing Jackson out there, thumping some heads and stuff like that as well.
Yes.
With this team, you can't get stuck in base because if you do, they'll take advantage of you. I mean, they still have some guys, some wide receivers now, right? But at the same point in time, look at what happened to this team when you bogged down the run. And like we said last week, Minnesota kept that run game in check. Minnesota threw for 3 freaking passing yards with their third string quarterback and ended up embarrassing the Lions, right? 5 turnovers from the quarterback. That will, help with that as
It
well.
does, yeah.
But 3 freaking passing yards, man. Net passing yards, 3. Think about that. In a modern NFL game, a team threw for 3 passing yards and won. That's unfathomable.
We might have not have seen something like that since Justin Fields. Didn't Justin Fields do something like he had a game like that?
Earlier in the season, where I think he had like 6 passing yards going into the second half and then ended up somewhere in like the 50s. So, with all the sack yardage.
Oh man, but that's where the 5 turnovers come in. That is a lot of turnovers for a
Mhm.
team to do. You can't turn the ball over 5 times and win many games. You
No.
might not be able to win any.
Yeah.
I'd actually ask Google how many teams have turned the ball over 5 times and still won the game.
Mhm.
I can't think of one. But wow, 3 net passing yards and came out
3.
with the victory.
And on top
Uh,
of that, if the Lions lose this week as well, there's that whole stigma then as well. They could end up being last in the division. They could go from number 1 seed in the NFC to finishing 4th in the NFC North. So there's a little bit of pride, I'm sure, for this team. They got used to winning, and they won a lot in the last few years.
yeah.
And this year, obviously, it hasn't gone their way. Um, I would love to see any Bears fans, or excuse me, Lions fans, if you guys happen to find us, drop your, thoughts in the comments. What was the main factor for the turnaround with Detroit? I know last year it was all the defensive injuries. This year they're still a little bit beat up, but not nearly as bad as last year. So you had the team that you wanted for most of the year. But what were your thoughts on there? I'd love to hear them. See what they say.
I do watch a couple Lions podcasts, not regularly, but I catch them. The gentleman that I was watching had actually had said that and this was just a couple weeks ago. I watched his little clip. Um, yeah, man, he credits their lack of execution because of Ben Johnson being gone.
Mhm.
You kind of just alluded to it a second ago, saying like the sequencing of a play calling. I think play calling is an art form, and not not just the play design, although that's important. It's the sequence of calling the plays and the situations and when you call what and what formations you come out in and what you're showing the defense and that whole sequencing. That's an art form, man. Dan
Mhm.
Campbell just can't pick up the call sheet and be like, I got this. No, I don't think so. It's not that easy, boss. But Ben Johnson seems to be a master at it. And so, yeah, man, that's a huge loss for the Lions that he's.
Well, you look at it too. How many times are we watching um, Chase Daniels and TJ and stuff where they're like, now remember this play? As they are
Is that Rossler or Rosler? Because I see
Rossler.
I see it and
Yep.
I'm like, D Rose, what's up, D Rose?
Yeah.
But okay, in 2024, the Lions versus Texans, Goff, 5 interceptions. Oh, so Goff again,
Uh-huh.
5 turnovers, and they won. Wow. Damn. Okay.
Against the Texans.
Thank you for
Okay,
that.
so my rebuttal
you.
to that would be how many turnovers did the Texans have in that game? I'm
Oh,
guessing they had a few themselves. So
probably. But thank you for that fact check, D Rose.
mhm.
And Alan, what's up, Alan? What up?
Yeah, our guys checking in.
Good
So
morning, gentlemen. Good morning, boys. Good morning.
with that being said, kind of to get back to my previous point here, how many times have we watched the film where Chase Daniels or TJ are breaking it down there, saying, "Now remember this play," because you'll see it again, where he calls a play in the first or second quarter, and then runs a certain look out of it, and then basically what he's doing is he's setting up the defense for a look in a crucial spot in the fourth quarter, where he comes out, same look, and then dictates the coverage. He knows what coverage that they're going to play on it, and then runs that coverage beater for a big play or touchdown.
Right.
That's the type of play calling sequencing that we're talking about. It's not necessarily always within the same drive, but it's setting up the whole game. And as a Bears fan, we've never seen this.
No.
Never.
No.
We've never seen an offense like this either. So
No.
it's interesting to be on here talking about a Bears team where we talk almost 90% offense, and the only time we're talking about the defense is by calling them out and how bad they are.
Yeah. Or
Right.
or we're applauding their turnovers. I mean,
That's true.
they
That's
have been
true.
great at that, which we've said numerous times throughout the season on the show of what an enigma it is to have a defense that's just getting gashed for yards, but then leads the league in turnovers. There's a huge
Yeah.
man, because if you can get that yardage and points allowed down and keep that turnover margin, I mean, yeah, we'd be dominating,
Yeah, you're blowing teams out at that point.
blowing them out.
This defense is so interesting. And it's also coupled with the fact that I think we're plus 22. We're by far leading the league
Yeah.
in turnovers. But the flip side of this is that we're also number one in an offensive turnover margin as well, where we just don't give the ball away. I
Right.
think we have 10 total turnovers for the year. That's less than one a game. That's
Yeah.
like half a game,
Yeah.
right? Caleb has 6 picks. We know that. And we've only fumbled the ball 4 times.
Wow.
Think about that.
Yeah, no, that's really great, man. Because we do have a quarterback who's very turnover conscious, so he doesn't
Mhm.
put the ball in harm's way and things like that. But credit to our ball carriers too, and for holding that ball high and tight.
Yeah. Eric Bieniemy, thank you
Eric
for drilling
Bieniemy,
it
man,
into their heads. Yeah.
man, oh man, absolutely. So yeah, that's a huge factor. That's why we're plus 22 in the turnover margin, which is amazing. It's just again it's a weird anomaly that the defense just gets gashed. that bend don't break shit. I thought we'd be
Yeah,
blitzing more, but it's messed up. You can't really
you
blitz.
can't.
You've seen Dennis Allen try, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's how bad our front four is. That should show you. 'Cause if we're gonna send 5 or 6 and you still can't get home, that's an issue. Your front
Yeah.
four really needs I don't know, maybe they all have toe injuries or something that they're fighting through. I don't know. But I
It's
know I'm pulling my hair out over it.
it drives me absolutely crazy here, right? So I thought San Fran was number one in turn, and not even close, bro. Like
Yeah.
offense or defensive,
Oh,
like the margin. So anyway, um, it doesn't help that the Bears have lost probably their best edge blitzer in Kyler Gordon. I know you and I have similar thoughts on Kyler Gordon this season. Like he should be on the milk carton as well. But it's easy to find him. He's in the training room. And unfortunately, your best ability is availability in most cases, right? That's the old saying there.
yep.
It's so you lose that dynamic there. You try to recreate it with CJ Gardner Johnson, and you do. But when you're a one trick pony with the nickel blitz, guess what? Teams figure that out at some point, right?
Oh yeah.
And they have. So
Mhm.
we can't generate any pressure, any at all. Not a Kyle Shanahan fan, huh? So he's taking that team, and I'll give him props for this year, man. He's lost a lot of key people, and San Fran still looks legit, though they got exposed last night. That's for sure. So
Well, again, the power of a great front four. It's
yeah,
amazing what you can do when you're again in the quarterback's face all game. Yeah, that's the result you can get
hmm
from that. We don't
you,
know nothing about that. It's been a few years for us.
yeah. You seeing the safeties creeping up for Seattle. The corners were playing press man, so there was no wide open looks or anything like that. The few passes that Purdy did make during that game, he had to layer them over linebackers and everything else. So
Yeah.
that Seattle D is legit, man. There's no one single superstar on that team, but that is just a collection of super
Yeah.
solid guys
Just a
right
great
there.
unit.
Yeah, and they took it to San Fran in a winner take all game too. Like, damn. Um, you saw that if you have like Dez's point, if you have the ability to put pressure, and I'm sure it's not just on Brock Purdy, it's on any quarterback, you could greatly affect that game, right? That's no great mind blowing statistic or anything like that. We all know that that's the case, but unfortunately, we
Right.
also all know that the Bears don't have the ability to do that right now.
Right. And it shows. The defense really suffers because of it.
hmm
I mean, the DBs is as good as they can be suffer because the quarterbacks are back there ordering lunch specials
Yeah.
in the pocket, with no worry in the world, just scanning the field. Hey, that hot blonde there in the front.
Damn.
Ooh. Okay. Back to my reads.
Uh,
Yeah, and, it's like, what the fuck? We get that quarterback.
yeah.
Freaking out.
How I, I don't understand, man. And it's week in, it's week out. The only game that I can remember this year that the
Go ahead.
front four took over was that Cleveland game,
The Browns.
right?
Exactly.
Another faithful here. Great. Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
Welcome.
sir. Yeah, it
Um,
was the Browns game. And why?
and
Because they had 4 offensive linemen
yes,
starters out.
and look what they did with Shador, right? We really changed the national narrative on Caleb with that one. And if you guys haven't seen it yet, make sure that you guys go and watch that intro to that show. You'll get our exact feelings on what we thought about these national pundits talking about Caleb Williams being outplayed by Shador. Just 100% asinine statements by many.
That
Ice
was
coffee on deck for you, huh, buddy? Good.
sounds delicious.
It
that
does.
was the stupidest fucking take I've heard in a long time.
I just
from
I-
Broussard and fucking Shady.
Did
Oh,
somebody lose a bet? Like, did they lose a bet and have to say that on
and they
national
had to
TV?
say that?
Because at
Maybe.
that point, Caleb was still slicing and dicing, man.
Yeah, right.
And you're gonna come in and say that Shador's gonna. I don't even want to repeat that. Well, we saw what happened. So Shador couldn't even, take out a bottom 5 defense in this league and just made him look stupid. So
Yeah.
we got, of course, Christopher's in here stirring the pot, man. You're right. Maybe Deion Sanders, but definitely not Shador, buddy. Oh, how's Dallas doing this year? Just throwing that out there.
Ooh,
So,
easy.
pretty soon he's gonna come on here and say that Dak is better than Caleb. He'd rather have Dak.
We did this game.
Yes, we did.
So yeah, Ancelotti's out, yeah, and more. There is their injury list is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad. I was happy to see Ancelotti out
That dude's a
because
beast. Yeah.
so he's really good, but I think he's like a cheap shot artist. He does too extra. He's doing too much. Like you're doing extra. Like settle it down. All right. Like you're doing the extra little roughing up and doing all the extra shit. Just stop, man. But he is a beast, though. He's fast. He's strong.
Yeah.
He's smart. He's around the ball always.
So we'll see.
Oh God, look at him! Look.
I told you.
Dak is number 1 on almost every category.
How many wins does he have this season, though, man? Let's go to the
Well,
most important stat.
Our wins and losses quarterback stats.
I mean,
Would you consider them I'm genuinely asking.
yeah. Hey, listen, right? It's the most important position in the game, right? So most people would say that if you win a game, it's probably because of your quarterback in spite of your quarterback. So we'll see. Great saying. Should be a good run game for us. So Caleb plays. All of our starters will play.
Yeah.
Yep. Great. Super important game. We got to win this one no matter what. If the game gets out of hand, now we start talking about Caleb legacy and throwing for 4,000 yards, right? If he's sitting on 200 going into the fourth quarter, you're up by 14. Maybe you start hunting that 4,000 yards a little bit, right?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Open
But
it
if
up
it's
a little.
If it's a close game, hey, listen, we all know Ben likes to throw the ball, right? Even though we're a power run team, we'll see. And Christopher, I don't doubt it that Dak is leading in most categories because most of the time that he's playing is garbage time when they're behind, 14 to 21 points.
Yeah,
Every
it's
once
been
in a while,
said.
they'll pull one of those out.
It's been said a million times. Dak Prescott is the Black Kirk Cousins.
You like that?
He's a stat stuffer. He really is. He gets the stats, but he don't win shit. But he's a stat stuffer, though.
Yeah,
I'll give him that.
Yeah, we got a little fan on fan crime. I love it. So would be nice to sit Caleb for the playoffs. Listen, if he's 100 yards or more off the games in hand, I wouldn't mind sitting the kid for the fourth quarter either, just to avoid any possible injuries. It's still going here. Yeah, we know Dallas has no defense. They have the flus factor, buddy.
Ooh.
We know it quite well.
Has he been fired yet? Did they fire him yet?
No, but it's all but done from my understanding. So
okay. Haters. That's
love it. Kalen meets 270. 100% correct.
Yeah.
So that would be his second best passing game of the year, last week being the number 1 where he threw for 330.
I don't think the playoff yardage counts. I mean, it does like on their totals of the year, I think, but in terms of beating that record, I think it has to be within the regular season.
100%. Playoffs, everybody's stats go to 0 at the beginning of playoffs, and then they measure it that way. This is an interesting topic.
I won't hate it. I won't hate that, actually.
Yeah. I wouldn't hate it either, But has Shanahan done enough to get another year? I, let's put it like this. At the beginning of the year, I was like, what the hell is Dallas doing? I actually don't hate Shanahan as a head coach. I thought
Right.
he did a fairly good job with what he was given this year. And Christopher, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Not that this is a Dallas Cowboys show, but, we're all football fans too here. So, yeah, great. 100% agree with you. That is Dallas's fatal flaw. They have the floose. And Crate's been on this show long enough. We never say the Floose's full name on this show. That's one of the banned words on this. So, so he's just the Floose. Crate, thanks again for jumping in the chats, man. It's good to see you, buddy. So yeah, I mean, so let's we'll talk about this Caleb thing. If they're close going into the fourth quarter, what do you want them to do? If they're close to the 4,000 yards, if the game's in hand, would you rather see him sit, or do you want to see him go for that 4,000?
Me personally,
Yeah.
or and our audience as well can answer too. I personally, I selfishly want him to get it done. He's this close. They've had such a good year. Let's just do it. Let's just get it done. Like you said, we'll open up the game probably with a lot of body punches.
Mm-hmm.
Soften up the D, run the ball, physically make a statement, just physically, like, hey, we came to play today, and then start opening it up. Just open it up, man. Colson's gonna get a couple. Luther's gonna get a couple. Like, let's go.
Let's
I'm
get
ready.
DJ back on track for the playoffs.
That's right. DJ all lathered up.
Yeah, speaking of that, we might see a From Tuesday sighting today. He's questionable, but he wants to go. Looked at the press conference that he just had. They're talking about avoiding surgery with the foot in the offseason, so it seems like it's healing if they're talking that way. Before I guess we get too far into our boy From. Did you see somebody else glossed him From a Tuesday? I feel like they took that from us. We should have copyrighted that. So
we need to copyright a lot of things on the show.
Like the Ben Johnson effect.
Yeah, that one too. That one was quickly snagged up.
Mm-hmm.
But the so there's so many, like, it's nuanced, right? It's a little nuanced. I hate that word. It's overused. But with that foot, you guys better make good damn sure he's 100%. And then, yes, put him on a snap count. I don't want to see him for 20, 25 reps today.
Just to shake some of the rust off. Yeah.
Get the rust off so that next week he's a full go starter, like all the downs. Do not fuck this kid up.
Yeah.
Do not do it. If I swear to God, if he hurts himself in pregame warm-ups.
Again, yes.
Yeah, Kyler Gordon, boom, gone for the season during warm-ups. Roma Dunze.
Out another 4 weeks. Yeah.
Out another 4 weeks from warm-ups. What are they doing in the warm-ups? Is it full contact?
Exactly. Are they running on concrete with no shoes? Like, what the hell?
What the hell's going on out there?
Yeah.
Is it the field? Is it Soldier Field? It's that shitty grass, ain't it?
We'll see. Let's hit some comments and then we'll wrap up on Rome, huh? So they are flooding in right now. So Christopher, thoughts on Schottenheimer? He was okay. Goes to show that we should have never let McCarthy go. That's an interesting take right there.
When they fired McCarthy, I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, next.
Yeah. Craig comes in. He wants to see 4K, but yeah, same thought as we were going down. I mean, if the game's in hand, there's no sense of putting him in harm's way for 4,000. The kid only needs like 110 yards to break the Bears single season passing record. And I am on record as a bold prediction for saying that Caleb is going to go for 5,000 next year. Just throwing that out there. So, Oh, and Christopher is a flip-flopper, I see. He's not a Dallas fan. He is now officially jumped on somebody else's bandwagon.
I'm a big time Seattle Seahawks fan.
So Christopher, I mean, we all know you pretty well by now, and so do our fans. You were riding that Dallas bandwagon pretty hard. Anything Oklahoma and Dallas, we know you're all about. So nice try, buddy, but we're calling you out here. So you can be a bandwagon fan for the Seahawks. You're more than welcome to, but I'm sure I speak for Ezra as well. Why don't you come over to the blue and orange side for this postseason run? Why not? You know,
Yeah.
so come on in. We'll welcome you with open arms, and we'll give you
Absolutely.
back to Dallas in the offseason. I have zero problems with that.
Yeah.
So greats with us. Yeah, get Rome in there, get him a couple first downs. You know, make sure that he still believes in his hands at that point, right? So,
Yeah.
so it's your fault, Crate. Okay. Anytime he gets ready to buy a jersey, the guy gets hurt or traded. So please stay away from the Caleb Williams jerseys.
No
Okay?
Caleb jerseys for you.
Yeah.
No Caleb jerseys.
I wanted an Amos, and then he went to the Packers. Yeah. You know what? That one saddens me because he really made his name as the Bears. Before then, he kind of reminded me of Nashawn Wright, right? Kind of bounced around from team to teams, practice squads, and whatnot. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting there. Christopher enjoys us calling him out, that's for sure. So, San Fran only getting 3 points. Where was that team? We talked about it, man. Montez Sweat was nowhere to be seen. So, yeah. So
Couldn't get to the quarterback. No, don't buy a Theo jersey. No. Dom Rob. Go with Dominic Robinson.
Dom Rob, yeah. So, roger that. At least it's not an Ozzie Trapillo jersey. So,
yeah. Is he a go today too? Is he questionable?
I know he's questionable, but from everything I've been hearing, it sounds like it. But these are some of the guys who are nicked up and dinged up. Those are going to be the guys that that if the game is in hand, you're going to start pulling these guys. It wouldn't be bad to get Theo some reps at left tackle just in case something happens going down the line, though he had plenty of starts there.
He did. Yeah. He had a few. Yeah.
He's a serviceable left tackle. We've seen it. I think the run game is a little bit more potent with him in there. But Ozzie, at the same point in time, man, that dude has locked it down. He's only given up 2 sacks in the 6 starts that he played against, 1.5 of those coming against quite possibly the best D end or top 5 D ends ever in Myles Garrett. We'll see. I got to double check. I don't think he had any sacks last week, so he's, I think, a half sack away playing Cincinnati this week. He's going to be getting that record.
This guy still hasn't gotten it, man. It's been, but you would assume most teams are like, yeah, he's not getting the record on us.
Well, look at what he said.
Team.
Yeah, look at what he said against the Pittsburgh Steelers. He literally said in the press conference, I felt like they were more concerned with keeping me from getting the record than winning. And there's something to be said about that because now with Pittsburgh losing that game against the Browns, they're in a dogfight this week for the division.
Right. It's a win or go home. Them and the Ravens.
Yeah. Yep.
That's going to be a good one.
It will, man. That thing is always a fist fight. And I haven't been keeping track with that with so much going on with the Bears, but I'm pretty sure Lamar's going to be going for that game. But that's the Sunday nighter, man. Guess what?
Ooh,
I'm in. I'm watching that. So, okay, here we go. Off topic, but Vikings really messed up getting rid of Sam Darnold. Did they though? They did definitely for regular season. They did. Postseason, the jury's still out on Sam Darnold, and with Christopher all of a sudden being the Seattle Seahawks honk, and riding their coattails. Christopher, what do you think of playoff Sam Darnold? How do you think he's going to fare this week? I'm curious because that performance he threw out there last season with the Vikings was god awful, and he started getting exposed a little bit. So
I would say really quick in my comments on that Sam Darnold thing with the Vikings is the timing of it I thought was a little weird in terms of like they had this great year, finished with a great record, and then at the end of the season and like, all right, you're out of here, kiddo. You're out. Like, wait,
Yeah.
what? But it's Sam Darnold. I'm not a big Sam Darnold fan, so
no. Here's our guy again talking shit. Let's
yeah, again, he's
go
another
Rodgers.
fence he jumped over here. Pitt, let's go Rodgers.
Everybody has an opinion. Just most people's are wrong. That's all. Sam will do just fine. Every quarterback has a weakness unless your name is Tom Brady. So we're saying Sam Darnold's weakness is the playoffs. Okay, I'll agree with that.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. Well, we went pretty far down a bunch of different rabbit holes. How about we try to rein this back in towards the Lions, man? You want to go over tail of the tape?
Yeah, let's take a look
Let's
at
throw
it.
it up. Let's
get
take a
it
look.
lined up here.
We're already an hour into this thing, man. Thank you for the 47 that have decided to join us. I'm glad to see a lot of familiar faces out there with Alan and Christopher create. We also had Rossler showing up as well. I know he's a Michigan native who is a Bears fan, so welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us. Love the comments. Definitely keeps the show going. Really hypes this sucker up. So tail of the tape, man. For a team that's in fourth place in the division, this was somewhat shocking when started putting this together. You took it last week. I'll take it this week for you, man. Unless you want it. I feel like I've been talking an awful lot. So if you want it, take it.
No, you're good. Let's keep it rolling.
All right, let's keep it rolling. So points per game. So this was shocking to me. Even though that Ben Johnson isn't there, this is still a good offense for the Lions, which we knew, right? 28.9 points per game. Last year, I know they averaged over 30, so they have seen about a 10% decrease. But they're second compared to the Bears, 26.6, coming in at ninth. I would be sad to look up what the Bears were averaging last year. I'm sure it was under 20. I think it was around 18 off of memory. So we've seen quite the lift, scoring a touchdown more per game this year. But Lions, when you throw up a couple 50 burgers, one being against our beloved Bears in week 2, that can have a tendency to help inflate the stat a little bit. Yeah. Points per game allowed. This team is tied at 22nd, 24.8 for each team. Very interesting on this one. Turnover margin, we talked about this earlier in the show. Bears are plus 22. Not only do they lead the league in takeaways, but they also lead the league in giveaways on the positive side with only giving it up 10 times. Third down offense. Bears, especially after last week, which they converted quite a few third down conversions against San Francisco, come in at 43%. I'm sure if you ask Ben Johnson, he would say that's a little bit lower than his liking, but hell of a lot better than what we're used to. Coming in at 6th, with the Lions coming in at 38.3, 20th in the league. This has probably been their Achilles heel. They have trouble sustaining drives. It's all or nothing. I'm sure they've had plenty of drives where they didn't even see a third down on some of these. Third down defense. This used to be a strength for this Bears defense. It has very quickly declined, which is also why you start seeing some of these scores getting inflated, right? This defense can't get off the field anymore, which is a shame. San Francisco punted twice last week, which, to the Bears' credit, it was the first time they punted since November.
There's that.
But every other time that they didn't punt, they were pretty much marching straight to the end zone, with that game being tied at 7, 14, 21, 28, and 35. right? Crazy. Compared to the Lions, 36.9. So they have been getting off the field at a little bit better of a clip compared to the Bears. Yards per game offense. Very close here. And I fucked up. I think I switched the numbers. Yeah. So the Lions in this case, giving up yards per game on offense, averaging 370.6, which is fifth in the league, compared to the Bears 375.4. So I just switched the rankings on those. So the Bears are actually better on yards per game per offense. Last week definitely helped them against San Francisco. Rush yards per game. This saddened me a little bit. We lost the number 2 spot.
Oh, man, we've been holding that shit down like all season.
Well, last week we only ran for just a little bit over 100 yards against the 49ers. But the flip side of that was Caleb Williams threw for 330.
Yeah. Well, Courtney Cronin pointed out to Ben in the press conference that he only ran the ball 5 times in the second half.
Yeah. If you guys want further thoughts on that, go to YouTube. We happen to post a short on that question, so feel free to give that a listen. Okay.
Yeah.
Compared to the two-headed monster that everybody talks about in Detroit, 119.9. Jahmyr Gibbs has definitely been the leader in this case. Montgomery not getting as many snaps, and I can't tell you off the top of my head if he missed some time during the middle of the season, but it is definitely Jahmyr Gibbs has definitely kind of set himself apart. Last year, it was a little bit more of a 50-50 split. This year, a little bit different story. I don't have the Lions stats up in front of me, but when we're done with the tail of the tape, let's take a look at that.
Take a look at stats. Oh yeah,
we'll table that for a second, and then the defense. We know that the Bears defense has struggled all year long. The numbers definitely show that, but at the same point in time, Detroit's defense, though ranked higher in most of these categories, has definitely been the Achilles heel of this team as well. So this is another similar matchup to what we've seen last week. With pass yards per game, the Bears are passing for 226.3 yards per game, which is 11th, while the Lions passing game has been getting 250.6, which is 5th. And then the yards per game on defense, the Bears are giving up 357.3, which they gave up almost 500, maybe even over 500 last week, compared to the Lions at 336.7, which is 19th in the league. Still not great, but not 27th either. Rush yards per game, Bears are giving up a paltry 135.3, 28th in the league. That number makes me nervous today. Compared to the Lions giving up 117.6. I think it's safe to say that the Bears will test that run defense a little bit today. And then passing yards on defense, Bears giving up 222, 21st. The Lions are right behind them at 219.1, 20th. So the quick tail of the tape shows that this is in favor of Detroit, but what this does not factor in is the overall record, right? Lions are fighting to stay out of the last place in the division, while the Bears clinched the division and are fighting for the number 2 seed in the NFC playoffs. So it's interesting.
Boy, right? Oh boy.
That's why we play the games, as they say.
Correct. Yeah, I'm looking at these rankings and I'm just like, oh boy, it's the telling that this is the most concerning one. It's the bottom 3 lines.
Yeah.
Our defense. Those defense are just terrible.
27th overall yards. There's only 32 teams in the league, guys. So there's only 5 teams worse than the Bears.
Yeah, we're dead. We're at the bottom of the barrel. We're not scraping the bottom, but we're down there. In
Yeah,
the
we're
murky
definitely
waters.
shaking hands with those guys. That's for sure.
Yeah, and that's not. It doesn't bode well, especially that we punched our playoff ticket, right? So we're in the tournament, and you're going to be going up against teams that aren't ranked that low on, and so like we're going to really get exposed. San Francisco last week really exposed our defense.
Yeah, especially that D line. And everybody would say the strength of this Bears defense is the back seven. Well, guess what? At this point, I don't think I could put the linebackers in there. It's maybe the secondary is the strength of this team because the linebackers have been fairly disappointing between injuries, inconsistent play, not being able to stop the run, which some of that falls on the D line because a lot of these D linemen, you do not have to double team. Billings, I'm calling you out, even though you're a massive piece of humanity. You have not lived up to the billing at all as a run stuffer. You can't even eat blocks at this point. You're a one man required blocking, which then puts offensive linemen on your linebackers right away. So it's this is, as a Bears fan, this is what makes you nervous moving forward, right? This is why any given game you can win it, or any given game you can lose it for sure, because that San Francisco game proved to us a couple different things. One, our offense is elite. We could score and keep up with anybody.
Yep.
But on the flip side is we have to score so that we can keep up with everybody. And that's the rub there. If this defense can figure out how to be average, middle of the pack over the next 4 or 5 games, we could be having a big celebration in Chicago. But that's the $1 million question.
I mean, shit. Let's just focus on today. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you guys be average today?
Today, yes.
Be average. Okay. Let our offense cook and just be average, guys. Make the Lions punt a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that way we could jump ahead and get a nice little cushion going. But just be average, fellas. Be average.
Yeah.
Come on. You could do it. I hope.
I hope so too. So Craig coming in. Pretty sure Robert Kraft took some Tom Brady hair and grew a QB in the jar named Drake May. Christopher coming in. CMC's a monster. He was, but he was held in check against your Seattle Seahawks.
Your Seattle defense, man.
Yeah.
Really kept them in check.
And then finally, Crate. He's going to catch us in the post-game. Crate. Bear down, baby. Hope to see you midweek here. So, very interesting, isn't it? Like, getting dominated by Detroit in most of these categories. And they're +4 in the turnover margin. So normally, if I see this, I would see probably, a team that was ranked a little bit lower in the turnover margins. But a lot of these yards must be come from behinds. They played the first place schedule, so they played a lot of good teams. Bears are going to go against that monster next week, or next year rather. So we'll see how that equates.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting tale of the tape, man.
It really is. Yeah. Kind of it's giving me a slight pause because I really had felt going into this and still do like, oh yeah, we're going to get revenge. There's going to be a lot of emotion charged in this game. Again, our offense is not the same offense that they saw in week 2.
No.
So to go back to what you said, I like the word elite. We can put points on the board. You want to do a track meet? We'll run track meet. We're all about it. We'll do it. It's just looking at these numbers, when you see it visually, you're like, shit. This is not going to be a walkthrough.
Right.
This is not going to be a walkthrough.
But the most important stat, the win-loss, Detroit's 8-8. Bears are 11-5 right now.
Yeah.
So the Bears have found ways to win games. And I don't think Detroit was in that many of close games. But maybe they were. I don't know. I didn't follow them that close. So, It's going to be a dogfight, man. It's going to be who can stop whose run game. I feel both teams like to set up their offense or run their offense through the run game, and then let the passing game complement it in a big way. So let's see who's going to run it better. It's going to be about 32 degrees at Soldier Field today, cloudy, so not overly cold. But you bring a dome team into the outside air, not used to playing in this cold. The Bears have been playing in the cold for better part of a month now. They had the 1 week break in San Francisco. I think that's why you saw this team open it up. They didn't have to really deal with the weather elements last week. And that's why Caleb threw for 330. Right?
Right.
Who would have thought that as a Bears fan, we really want a dome stadium at this point? Unfortunately, by the time they get this thing built, Caleb's going to be 7 years into this thing. So we'll see.
Golly. Unless they build in Indiana, again, the governor's like, we'll stick shovels in the dirt this weekend.
Yeah. So you're Gary Bears.
Or the way that they do it, like the Anaheim Angels.
Yeah.
Or what? Because it was a long sequence of things. So, like for Chicago, your Chicago Bears of Gary, Indiana. Like, wait, what?
Your Chicagoland Bears. Well, they still call them the Green Bay Packers, even though I think technically Lambeau's in Ashwaubenon up there. So, but yeah, you know, there's plenty of stuff like
it doesn't have a good ring to it.
Yeah, the Ashwaubenon Packers, your New Jersey Giants, or New Jersey Jets.
Yeah, New Jersey Jets. Yeah,
that actually sounds okay. A little bit.
Yeah. And JJ.
But New Jersey doesn't want anything to do with the Jets. Keep my name out your mouth, New Jersey says, with either of those teams right now. I don't know, man. It's going to be a typical Detroit Lions game, scrappy. That team has definitely embodied their coach, Ben Johnson, not quite, Dan Campbell. But at the same point in time, you got to think that the Bears, even though they won't come out and say this game has a little bit of extra meaning for these guys.
Yeah.
Because it has extra meaning for their coach, and they won't come out and say, you know, oh, we want to win this one for Ben Johnson. That's not how this locker room is put together, but you know that's exactly what they're thinking. They want to support their guy because Ben Johnson has had their back all year long. So it's definitely going to be, you know, one of those, let's go win one for the Gipper behind the scenes. But you'll never hear Ben Johnson say that, oh, this game is extra special. No, that's not how he's wired. He gives the politically correct answer, but you know that this game means more to both the players and the coaching staff. So
yeah. So and also I think too, I think they've downplayed the 4,000 yards too. I think that's important to Ben. I think it's important to Caleb. I think, and then by extension, I think it's important to the team as well, because again, he's only 270. Is that what it is? 270. You know, the receivers and everybody have to be saying to themselves, we can get this. We can get this, dog. We can do it. And, you know, and I think Ben wants it too. And again, and I actually think because all the factors you just said, I think Ben wants to blow them out.
I think he wants to flip the script, 50 plus to 20.
Yeah, he wants to put a 50. He wants to put a 50 burger up on their ass. So, yeah, man. And I tell you what, if we do put a route on like that, oh yeah, Caleb's hitting that 4,000 today, boys.
It'd be tough if you're up by 30 points and you're in the fourth quarter chucking it around, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Might not be the best optics, but everybody in the world would know why they're doing it. I mean, look at what Tampa Bay did with Mike Evans last year. Was like 10 yards away, and they threw him a quick slant so that he can have his consecutive 1,000-yard seasons intact.
Yeah, these things kind of matter to the guys in the locker rooms, man.
Yeah. Christopher, you must have joined us late, man. We already attacked this topic. So go back and watch us. Bears aren't sitting anybody today, man. That number 2 seed is in peril. They win, they get to 2, they take on the Packers. If they lose and New England wins, Jesus, what is wrong with me today? Philly wins.
Do you have strong coffee?
It's hot chocolate, man. I mean, so it's not bad. It's invisible hot chocolate too. I gotta stop buying these green cups because it doesn't work well on the
No, that's like perfect. I love the green cups. Works great with this green.
But anyway, the
Bears are not sitting starters today.
Okay.
There's no way. All right, we got a new contestant.
A new contestant has entered the chat. Learn. How do you guys feel about 4K? I feel like we need it in 16 games. I love 18 and Johnson, but to me, all those guys who didn't do it were on 14 or 16 games seasons.
Yeah,
we're starting to unravel that topic again here. So I think if the game's in hand and you're close, like Caleb's throwing for like 220, I wouldn't be surprised that they chase that thing a little bit. They won't chase it to put the game in peril, though. If the game's close and they're dominating through the run game, I don't think they'll chase it just to chase it. But would I love to have seen them do it in 17 games or 16 games so that nobody puts the asterisk on it 100%. But at the same point in time, we can't control it. I mean, you could say the same thing for Myles Garrett and his sack record, right? Where if he gets it today, well, he got it in game 17 versus 16. So is it really a record? It is, right? Us old school football fans and diehards, we'll always have a little bit different of opinion on it. But at the same point in time, the 72 Dolphins only played 14 games and they went undefeated. So does that make the Patriots that went undefeated in the regular season 16 games, does that make them better than them, even though they didn't finish it in the playoffs? That's where that debate comes in. I don't care if you played 14, 16, or 17 games. If you have an undefeated season, that's undefeated, man. I mean, only been done once, right? 72 Dolphins. So, but yeah, I mean, we'll kind of see. Yeah, that's true. So it's an actual record. Yeah, I hear you on the sack record, but that's an actual NFL record.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, then if we're just talking about the Bears, we just want to have a quarterback that's thrown for 4,000 yards. Appreciate you too, Learn. Thanks for popping in, man. I just want to have Bears that it shows that he threw for 4,000 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Be the first one. I don't give a shit if it's 12 games. I don't care if it's 30 games. No, I wouldn't care if it's 30 games. I get a little hyperbolic, forgive me. But no, yeah, you put the little asterisks on it, whatever. You can do that and just pinpoint, hey, Caleb actually took him 17 games to do this. That's fine. I'm okay with it. I just think again, he's this close. And the kid's durable. I'm not really too worried about like injury today. He's durable. The kid got sacked 68 times last season.
Yeah.
And he managed. Like he'll manage a full 60-minute game today to try to get it. Obviously, our first goal is to win. If they're dropping 8 in coverage and they're just wanting you to run, then fuck it. Then run.
Run it. Yeah.
Yeah. Then do that. And then run it all game and let Monangai get 1,000 yards then today.
Monangai goes for like 2.5, and they just let Swift. Yeah, just take the day off, buddy. So
yeah.
So the big target number for Monangai for the season is 800 yards. It'll be the first time that the Bears have had 2 backs over 800 in forever. Monangai is only 31 yards away from hitting that 800 mark, which, we'll see. One of the things that we were talking about before this show, for the season wrap-up, guys, just to tease it a little bit, hopefully we're not wrapping up the season for a couple more weeks, but we're gonna evaluate this draft class, and if you look back at this draft class, um, there's a lot of good things that came out of this, man. And I'm not gonna take too much more on this topic because I really want to save this to where we can unpack it and spend a good amount of time on it. But yeah, man, it's just food for thought for you guys. Look at what the rookies are doing this year and, kind of digest that a little bit. And if you guys aren't sure, do your homework and, we'll get to that point. But let's stay task here with these Lions and
You did.
what's
You
in front
showed
of
the
this team.
graphic last week. I mean, I know when we do our breakdowns, we'll make
Mhm.
proper graphics to put on the screen. But you looked up their stats last episode. You would talk about big time contributors. They're all rookies.
There's 4 huge ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ozzy, Luther, Colston, and Kyle Monungai. It's like, and like big time contributors. Like Colston
Yeah.
Loveland's at Luther Burden is 600 something yards, right behind our who's our leading receiver is Rome.
Not
DJ?
anymore. DJ. Yeah. So
And he's right there with them. They're all in the 600-yard range. So it's like, oh boy, Colston Loveland too. Colston Loveland's where's he at? He's going to be at 600 yards.
he's number 2, 48, 622.
620. See, he's
48
600 yards too.
Yep.
So man, and then of course, then we got Ozzy Trapillo finally getting into the left tackle position. He's played, and you showed this graphic a number of shows ago, and those stats were impressive as well because he had
Yeah,
played
his
like
PFF
1,000
grades.
snaps,
Mhm.
and at that time had no penalties, no sacks, and up until this point, he's only let up 2 sacks.
Yeah, 2 sacks and 2 penalties. So this is all stuff that I kind of looked at, just to piggyback off the players that you're talking about. Let's talk about them briefly, right? Ozzy Trapillo, we just recapped 70 PFF grade, 60 is average. Okay, so he's an above average left tackle, giving up 2 sacks. So if you kind of extrapolate that across the season, probably about 5 sacks, less than 10 penalties in a full season. Okay, for a starting left tackle.
That's amazing.
So has the chance to be an above average left tackle. Okay, which is an upgrade from Braxton Jones. I think we would all agree on that. Let's talk about Colston Loveland. All right, one of the top 2 tight ends taken. A lot of them like to compare him to Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren has more grabs, a little bit extra yardage, but at the same point, does Tyler Warren pitch in as much in the run game that Colston Loveland does? This guy is a 3-down tight end who blocks his ass off, is an elite receiver, probably some of the best hands on the team, and the kid is quarterback friendly. We saw it against San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do on that offside play?
Yeah,
Yep.
Colston. And whenever he needs a big 3rd down or 4th down conversion,
who does
he
it
goes
go
to 3rd and Colston.
3rd and Colston. I mean, he should be 3rd and Colston, and we should come up with something for 4th and something.
Yeah, 4th and Loveland.
4th and Loveland, yes. McMillan, Roy, Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year.
I won't necessarily disagree with that. I watched the kid play last week, and I know he's been having a great season for the Panthers. But before we start throwing out the Roy, let's see if they make the playoffs. Okay, we'll see. There's a lot of people in the running for it. I wouldn't hate the fact that if he won it, but
yeah, he'd be deserving of it. I wouldn't be mad at it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, though, too, I didn't think any of the Bears rookies were going to win Rookie of the Year because, again,
it's spread out too much. Yeah.
Too many mouths to feed. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams have done an excellent job of spreading that ball around pretty damn evenly.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about the other 2 that we haven't talked about, right? So Luther Burden, yards per route ran. So every time he runs a route, it equals 3 yards, which could be the highest number for a rookie ever in the NFL. So every time he's on the field and runs a route, whether he catches it or not, he gets 3 yards. Okay, that's one of the PFF grades.
Okay.
So some of that might be slightly skewed because he has made the most of his opportunity, but at the same time, every time he's in there, good things are happening. That's basically what that equates to. And then we go to Kyle Monungai. For rookie rushers, he is 5th, and he's only maybe 20 yards behind number 4 in the dude from Washington with the 2 last names.
Yeah.
So, and he's not even the starting back for this team. He's the
Right.
second option.
Right.
And he was a 7th round pick.
Right.
You can make an argument right now that the Bears have 2 steals of the draft, right?
Yeah.
To Christopher's point, Luther Burden being 1, 2nd round pick. He arguably, if you project him out for a full season, and by the time this is done, he arguably could be the best receiver that's come out of this last draft. We got him in the 2nd round.
Yep.
And then Monungai speaks for itself. 7th round draft pick, rushing for 800 yards. When did the Bears actually start playing him? Week 5, 6 after the bye?
So to be fair, all of these rookies, the coaching staff did not incorporate these guys in the offense
right away.
It took a number of weeks starting off the season, where I know as fans, I was wondering too, where's these rookies at? Where are they at?
Yeah.
Well, maybe they weren't ready. Maybe they need to earn the trust more. Maybe they need to learn the playbook, all the details and blah, blah, blah. But eventually when they all got up to speed, man, look at where we're at now. Now we're applauding this rookie draft class, man. It's been great.
Colston had the shoulder coming in, so he was somewhat limited in the first couple weeks as well. I don't think it's a coincidence that when this team really started turning the corner, it's when these rookies from this last draft class started getting in there and really injected some life into this team. So I really appreciate this comment. This is why we're doing this show. Really refreshing to hear some folks talking some sense. I'm not used to the Bears getting their due consideration. Listen, man, come along with the ride for us, man. We decided to start this thing up because we're tired of the same old corporate stuff. We called out all the national pundits for not jumping on the Caleb bandwagon. Listen, man, we were honking that horn since week 1 that we started doing this show. But I really appreciate that comment, bro.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Like, subscribe, hit the bell, man. So every time we go live, come aboard, man. We're lucky to have you. Thank you so much for coming, man. Thanks for chatting. But we're huge bear heads, though, man. So we're gonna praise them. We'll also,
we'll
hold
call
them
their
accountable.
shit out.
Yeah, we'll call them out when need be. But I mean, as of right now, all we've been seeing is just great progression and fuck all the national narratives and all that shit. We're gonna kick it to you straight up and down, what we see, how we see it, and your eyes aren't gonna lie to you. The national pundits, they will. So, but thank you, man. Appreciate it so much. But
we're fans just like you guys, just spitting exactly what we see. Listen, we saw it from early on what Caleb was able to do. Is there things that he needs to work on? 100%. Accuracy being the number one thing. The second thing, obviously, man. Yep, FGB, baby.
Always.
Keep dropping those in the chat.
Forever.
The other thing that we were criticizing him out of is he couldn't hit a deep ball to save his life. That disappeared this year.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the season, it was still there, but we've seen it the last couple weeks. Colston, Luther, DJ, to name a few. That fadeaway throw that he had on the right hash, I don't even remember who caught it, where the thing seems to, he kind of throws like a curveball towards the middle of the field and it curves out to the sideline. Some of those throws are unbelievable.
Yeah.
And we see how special this kid can be, but there is pieces of the game that still needs to be cleaned up. And we've been saying it for a while. If he cleans up that short game, it takes the layups and that intermediate game and the accuracy there, the NFL has officially put on notice this guy is a top 3 quarterback.
Yeah.
Easily, right?
Yeah.
And will be entertaining us for many years to come.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be a Bears fan right now. If they can figure out the defense in the next couple of drafts, which we'll also cover in the recap show. We covered it in the first show on what type of control that the Bears have with these guys. The offense is set, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. The
The
offense is set.
offense is set. You
I mean,
can even
we,
get rid of a piece like a DJ Moore and still be
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Or even like, and I hate to say because he's having such a great year, but like you might want to bring somebody in to add to the running back room in case Swift maybe goes,
Yeah.
But the offensive side is, man, again, as Bears fans, how can you not be totally amped up about that?
Mhm.
Like the offense is set.
Yeah. You have Rome, you have Luther for 3 more years after this year. And that's why you're starting to hear DJ's name getting tied to a big trade, right? Because you have these 2 young studs sitting in the stable ready to go. That's why you could dangle a first, a third, and a DJ Moore for a Max Crosby,
Right.
right? How many times have we heard that this week? That seems to be the going rate. And I tell you what, if that comes to fruition, a first, third, and DJ Moore, I love you, DJ,
I
but
do.
enjoy the
I'll
silver
miss,
and black. Yeah.
enjoy Vegas. I'll miss DJ. I will.
Yeah.
I like DJ a lot.
I like DJ a lot too. Last
If
year
you-
he pissed me off, but this year he's
Yeah.
won me back over.
Well, and again though, we went through the motions. It's Shane Waldron.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd be
You're right.
fucking
I give him
pissy
a
on the
pass.
sidelines too.
Yeah.
Be like, man, fuck this shit, man.
He's like, man, I was running these fucking plays in Pop Warner.
Yeah.
So,
But still, yeah. If Pulse could, I prefer he makes a deal that he doesn't have to let go of DJ. But I mean, it is a business at the end of the day. We're
Mhm.
trying to make the Bears better, and we do need a pass rusher like nobody's business.
right. If the difference is 2 1s and a 3 for Crosby or 1-1 DJ and a third for Crosby, I know which side of this that I would land on. I love you, DJ, but enjoy the silver and black. You're going to want to get out of there anyway. Maybe we'll bring you back in 2 or 3 years.
After we won a couple,
Right.
we won one, the reunion. But
So, speaking of the Raiders, everybody's talking like Pete Carroll is gone. What do you think? One and done for old Pete?
no, you can't do that to Pete Carroll. Dude's a great coach.
Yeah,
Okay,
but it's the
he
Raiders.
doesn't have a roster. Yeah, true. You're dealing with the Davises. Yeah, but they need to give him. Come on, that roster is garbage. That's a dumpster fire of a roster, minus Max Crosby and Ashton Genty. They have no offensive line. They've got no defense. It's just give them another year, man. Rebuild the damn franchise.
Mhm.
Crosby is too expensive. We made that decision with Mac. Yeah, works out for a couple years, then really sets you back. Yeah. They really went all in with Mac, but here's the difference though, why the Mac trade didn't work. We didn't have a franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
We had Mitch. You can't bring in a guy like Mac and give all those assets for him and mortgage the future on the back of Mitch Trubisky and Matt Nagy. You can't do it. Caleb is absolutely a franchise quarterback. Light years better than Mitch or Justin combined.
Mhm.
And we have Ben Johnson too. We don't have Shane Waldron or Eberflus anymore. We don't have Matt Nagy. This is a totally different vibe going on now.
Yeah.
And I would entertain the thought of, but not too expensive. Because
Right.
Crosby would be pricey. Miles Garrett would be very pricey.
Yeah.
But the Crosby thing, I would entertain it because I think I think we'd make a deep playoff run, damn near win a Super Bowl with an elite edge rusher like that.
Yeah.
Because look at our linebackers. They're good. Our DBs, they're awesome. It's our front four makes this defense suffer. So when you bring in a multiplier like a Crosby, then maybe Montez go ahead and get a fire lit under his ass, and now he's going to rush like it means something because he got Max Crosby setting the tone on the other side.
Mhm.
I just it's intense. We'll talk about this more
Yeah.
in the off season. We'll get in some heated debates about this, but you can see I'm all getting all emotive over it. Like,
Yeah. If you can figure out a deal to where you only give up one number one, that's a no-brainer to me. It's when you start getting into the multiples, right? I'd rather spend one number one and get a known commodity in the NFL.
Yeah,
Max
proven.
Crosby has been a warrior. He's hardly hurt. I know they shut him down, but the way that this guy operates, he fucking showed the Raiders, didn't he?
Yeah,
Video of him on the trampoline, shooting threes,
shooting
in his
baskets.
dream in his gym. Yeah, Christopher Pete is gone. He's garbage. Okay, so
Maybe.
But
Luckily, that's not our. Luckily,
Yeah,
that's not a
not
decision
our problem.
our team has to make. Yeah, it's not.
we're
our
set for a while, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you can figure it out where you package a good player with a first and a third, no doubt about it. Do you do that? I mean, boom.
How about
done.
a 1 and a 3 and Austin Booker? Because you got to fill the spot. I'm a huge
Right.
proponent. Like, this is my one bugaboo when it comes to teams, especially the Bears, letting go of a player. Like when we let go of Eddie Jackson, yeah, who you replacing him with? Because you got to fill that spot. The best thing we did in Seattle is let him go. Now look at us. Wow.
Now he's the royal we for Seattle.
No, well, hold on, because wasn't Pete Carroll the coach during the Legion of Boom and all that?
Yeah, of course he was.
Come on.
And back when Russell was actually good. So
Right, yeah.
from your lips to God's ears, my man. Booker may get 12 sacks next year.
I hope so. He is an ascending player. There's no
Yeah.
doubt. That injury set him back a little bit, but since he's been back, he's very busy. He's got a high motor. Yeah, but he's a player I wouldn't mind letting go for Max Crosby, though.
Yeah, it's true.
But if he gets 12 next year, man, that'd be awesome.
What if you do 1-1 and Montez Sweat straight up for Crosby?
All day.
Yeah, right.
If it was a straight up player for player,
And then
see ya, Tez.
let Booker cook. Man, we're starting to go down the rabbit hole,
this
man.
is not what we're
We
doing
still
today.
have to do the trip around the NFL.
We got the Lions today. Oh yeah, we should probably get
Yeah.
to that because we're getting late in the hour.
So Christopher Pete Carroll, he's a cheater. Look
Oh,
what he
he's a
did at
cheater.
USC.
Lauren says Pete called a pass instead of man.
Man,
I
love
think
it.
everybody in America was sitting in their living rooms like, what are
"What?"
you doing?
Yeah.
How do you not give the ball to? All right, so
Let's put a bow on this thing, huh?
all right, let's we're gonna have two, since you guys are very active in the chat, Chris and Learn. This is the part of the show where we do pick'ems. Okay, we're gonna do a trip around the league. Just tell us who you think's gonna win. Wedge is gonna write down everybody's responses, and then on Wednesday is our post-game show on Wednesday. Tune in and we'll tally up the results and see where everybody's stacked up on their picks. Are you down, Learn? You could do it if you want.
Learn, you're a boy today. Christopher's already done it. So
No, Chris doesn't get to go again.
well, I mean, we could. So if Learn doesn't want to do it, but you want me to tally all four? God, okay, fine. We could do that. We'll let Christopher in, but Learn is in. Learn is in.
Yeah,
All right.
Learn's in. All right.
So Learn, you'll be on a truncated schedule because we already picked the Saturday games during the midweek here. So
yeah,
we're going rapid fire. So get your keyboard ready.
Wait, we need a little. All right, here we go. Rapid.
So just to recap real quick from Saturday, we both picked Carolina. We're both idiots. We should have believed in Tampa Bay one more week. Okay? You took the 49ers. I took Seattle, so I'm one up on you right now. All right, so let's get into the next game. Very big playoff implications in this one. 6-10 New Orleans rolls into 7-9 Atlanta. if Atlanta wins, Carolina is in for the division winner. If New Orleans wins, who Baker Mayfield hates with a passion, now has to be a New Orleans fan, Tampa Bay goes into the playoffs. Who do you have?
New Orleans have been playing out of their minds this late quarter of the season. Atlanta also.
They have been playing spoiler in that whole division.
I know.
New Orleans with the win. He wants Baker to cook. Learn is in with the birds, the dirty birds.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go with Learn on this one, man. I think Atlanta's gonna beat New Orleans.
Learn's even calling his shot, man. He says that Kirko Chains comes out and smokes
him.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be more Bijan. Bijan's gonna light him up.
Let's be honest here. Probably the last game we're gonna see Kirko Chains here. Though he does have that guaranteed contract, I would stand around and hold the clipboard for $20+ million a year if it was me as well. I don't know how that guaranteed stuff works, but if you can get it while sitting at home, get it while sitting at home, my man.
Yeah, amen, brother.
So you're taking Atlanta?
Yeah.
Oof. Damn. Learn's all into it, man. He's calling a shot, 24-13.
24-13, damn.
We don't have we save that until the Bears.
Yeah,
so,
when we do the Bears prediction last, we give our scores. But the other games, but okay, 24-13.
All right. So you're going birds. Learn's going birds.
Yeah.
Oh, God, you guys are putting me on the spot here. I'm going New Orleans. I think they keep it up, man.
Yeah, they've been playing.
I think they get Baker Mayfield in there, and they get embarrassed in the first round. Because Tampa Bay is a dumpster fire.
Woo.
Yeah. So I think they continue on. I think New Orleans playing for a little bit of pride. They don't have a draft pick or anything on there. They want to play the ultimate spoiler and just sweep the back half of their division. All right. With the tiebreaker included, 4-12 Cleveland goes into 6-10 Cincinnati. So who you taking? And does Myles Garrett set the sack record? Yes or no?
I don't need to think about this much. I'm going Cincinnati for the win. And yes, Myles is going to go ahead and get his half sack today.
Yeah, I think he's getting the full sack. I think he's getting 2. He's going to set the bar high at 24.
Yeah.
Christopher's got Cincy in the sack record. Learns debating here. I'm taking Cincy as well. But I do think Shador is going to outplay Joe Burrow. Said no one ever, including me. No.
I was going to say, put the clown nose on. I need to get a clown nose prop.
So Learn is
going Browns.
And yes, okay. I'm going Cincy, and yes, I'm calling 2 sacks as well. So. All right, so Learn's going Cleveland. 8-8 Indianapolis rolls into 11-5 Houston. Houston secured in the playoffs, probably boasting. Okay, Learn, I hear you. Burrow might not even play the whole game. You might be right.
Yeah.
Indy playing Houston at Houston. Houston. Haven't heard anything. I probably should have done a little bit more homework in these other games. I don't think Houston can really better or worsen their seeding, so I don't know.
Are they resting starters?
Yeah, I don't think so, because I think because they're tied with Buffalo, but Houston's the division winner, so I think they're locked in. I haven't been paying attention to the AFC.
And Indy's putting in a third stringer, right? The Rivers.
I believe you're right. Old man Rivers has that boat has sailed, as they say.
Yeah, give me Houston.
Yeah, I'm taking Houston as well. Even with their backup, Houston wants some big games down the stretch with Stroud being out. So, and Indy, man, from possibly the best team in the AFC to just nothing.
To a flat tire.
Yeah.
Houston's edge rushers are just nasty. So.
Yeah, they are. They are unworldly. That would be a team I would hate to have to play against. We saw it last year when the Bears played them early.
Yeah.
All right, 3-13 Tennessee rolls into 12-4 Jacksonville.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
believe Jacksonville still in contention for the number 1 seed over there. If they win with a Denver Broncos loss because they have the tiebreaker, they would both be 13-4. They play the early game, so Denver will know what's going down.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Jacksonville. I'm gonna go Jacksonville as well. Belt to ass, Jacksonville.
Cam Ward starts to debate if he wants to stay in the NFL. Right. Okay. So 9-6-1 Green Bay, resting all their starters, playing a third string quarterback, going in and playing 8-8 Minnesota. Really, the only thing that's on the line for this game is who's going to finish last in the division. Is it going to be Detroit or is it going to be Minnesota? Again, Green Bay resting all their starters going in.
Wow.
Christopher's going Vikings. I'm going Vikings as well, man. It's going to be a battle of the third stringers today, but I think what we saw, what the Vikings did to Detroit last week, Lawrence in the same boat that we are. His second favorite team is playing Green Bay, and that's whoever's playing Green Bay. So
yeah, give me the Vikings too.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going Vikes across the board. I tell you what, if Malik Willis was playing, I think I would take the Packers, but no, I think battle of the third stringers. That third string quarterback for Green Bay looked absolutely horrendous. I didn't even know his name. So Christopher's former team, the Dallas Cowboys, rolling in at 7-8-1, going against the Giants 3-13. So this is a who cares game.
Pretty much.
Giants, their motivation here today is trying to get the number 1 pick.
Oh, are they tankathoning?
Oh yeah, big time.
Fudge, man.
Christopher's
I know this
taking
looks like
his former boys. Yeah.
This looks like a gimme for everybody to go Cowboys. You know what? I'm gonna be the fucking lone wolf if I have to. Give me the Giants.
Jackson Dart finds one, huh? Costs them the number 1 pick so that he can stay QB number 1 for the Giants. I gotcha. All right. I'm going Dallas as well, officially on the record. New York Jets 3-13 roll in to take Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, which could possibly be the last game in their stadium as they open up a new one next year.
Wow.
I think they do have.
I wonder how that feels. I wonder what that feels like.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, we'll be able to tell you in 3 to 4 years. But I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it. Yeah, give me the Bills too. I'll take the Bills.
All right, it looks like we're all on the Bills here, Christopher.
Yeah,
Bills,
there's no way on God's
Bills.
green earth you could even go with the Jets on this one.
Yeah,
There's no way.
Last game in the stadium, sending out with a bang. Buffalo's going to be a wild card team, so they're going to be on the road for the first week. Outside chance they could get one more in their stadium, but they're going to have to make some things happen and hope for a little bit of luck, I think. So Bills across. All right. Takes us into our afternoon slate. A lot of playoff implications in these games, hence the reason why they're in the afternoon slate. 11-5 Los Angeles Chargers go into Denver and face a 13-3 squad, currently the number 1 seed in the AFC. I'm pretty sure they have the tiebreaker over New England. I'd have to double check that, but
wow.
Yeah. Gonna be a good game.
It's a good one. Shit.
Christopher is rolling with the Chargers. You didn't even get my breakdown, Christopher. Are you sure? Chargers' biggest weakness on this team, offensive line. The strength of Denver, defensive line. All right, Lawrence going with the upset. Goes with Chargers. And he's back in the hardballs. All right.
That crazy coach.
While you debate, I am going Denver.
I want to lean towards Denver myself. Only because, that front four is they're gonna be up Herbert's ass.
Yeah, all game.
And as we've seen throughout the season, he, as most quarterbacks will, struggles when that's happening. I should get 2 wins.
Learn this lobbying. Sorry, we don't have an upset clause in this.
Give me give me Denver on this one.
Sure.
That coach
wills his team in magical fashion. Okay. I wouldn't mind.
I don't.
I sit back and think I wouldn't mind Harbaugh as a coach of the Bears, but you know what? All things happen for a reason, man.
That's it.
In Ben we trust, baby.
Yeah, the Pope has spoken.
Right, that's true. Another game with playoff implications, not the best of matchups. Arizona 3-13 rolls into Los Angeles and plays the Rams 11-5. If the Rams win, they are the number 5. San Francisco drops to the 6. If they lose, Rams are 6, Frisco is 5. Christopher going with the Rams. His Ben Hood.
His royal Ben Hood. Damn.
Are you really debating about this? Come on, man.
Rams. Give me the Rams.
I think we're going Rams clean sweep here.
But I had a little there was this voice in the back of my head that was going like, upset.
Yeah, no. Arizona's in full-on tankathon right now as well. So, yeah. Giants and the Rams have the same record, vying for number 1. Sorry, Christopher. One of your boys in Kyler Murray is going to be out. Especially if Arizona gets the number 1 pick, they are going QB.
Yeah, they got to replace him. Yeah, because it's time for him to go.
Yeah. All right. So next game.
Oh, no.
His demons got a hold of him.
Oh, all right. Don't listen. You don't supposed to listen to those voices.
No. There's a reason why they're in the back of your mind, man. So, hey. Who am I to judge?
Hey.
We'll go. So, all right. So, meaningless game in the late window. How weird is it to say that a Week 17 Chiefs game will not be a nationally televised game because it is meaningless? 6-10 Kansas City rolls into 2-14 Vegas Raiders. So the Raiders are sitting in the number 1 draft spot right now. But Kansas City's playing a 3rd-string quarterback. I can't even... he played last week. He actually looked halfway decent. I want to say it's like Ungale, but that's wrong, right? Because that's the dude who transferred all over the place from Clemson and all that. Vegas full-on tankathon right now. Have the number 1 pick locked up. Do they rest all their starters? I'm thinking they do.
Yeah. This is going to be a preseason game. It's going to look like a bunch of 3rd stringers out there. Guys who want to make the team for next year.
Give me a cheeseburger and Reed. Okay.
Yeah. Give me Andy Reid on this one. Give me the Kansas City Andy Reids.
I believe Vegas will do everything in their power. I put KV for mine. Jesus. KC as well.
KB too.
KV, then I have options. All right. 7-9. Miami rolls into 13-3 New England. Very important game for New England. Division game as well. Could this be Miami's head coach's last game? I guess would be the storyline there. I don't know. Miami versus New England. Very important game for New England.
Yeah, New England. Belt to ass.
Yeah, I'm going New England as well. Though Miami's one of those teams, man, that it's a cold weather game, so take that back. Miami Tua's not playing either. Christopher's going New England on this guy. Learn, buddy. Those intrusive thoughts have taken over. He's going fish. Fuck
Damn.
me. All right.
With a big upset. That's a big one. All right. Hey, all right.
I hear you, Learn.
I like it. I like the risk taken. Learn, you're a risk taker. I like it.
I don't like the fact that him and Caleb are compared all the time and everybody's saying that May was the better choice. We'll see. That's all I'm going to say. We'll see.
Time will tell. Yeah, let time do its thing.
Very important game for the Bears. 4-12 Washington rolls into 11-5 Philly. Can they do a Bears a solid no matter what happens and knock Philly off? We'll see.
Ezra says no.
Wedge says no as well, by the way. So Bears need to win this game. So this pretty much means I got to write down Washington for our boy Learn here. Christopher's going Philly. All right. He's come back to earth.
All right, yeah.
Like, God. Oh, that's right. Hurts is an Oklahoma guy. My bad. I was like, you are flip-flopping all over the NFL today, my man. But I get it now. I get it. All right, we're Philly straight across. And then another big one, Sunday nighter. We talked about this a little bit earlier. 8-8 Baltimore rolls into 9-7 Pittsburgh for all the marbles in the AFC North.
This is a big one. This could be a great one.
Learn. I like where your head's at, man. You've come back to reality here, buddy. We ain't losing today, so it don't matter. True. You just never know what Baltimore team you're going to get. Same thing with Pittsburgh.
Look at
DK Metcalf still suspended. Is TJ Watt back for this game?
Don't know. Look at that. For me, making this decision is TJ Watt being on the field. That doesn't give the ball to Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Give over and over and over again, and you'll win. Then you let Lamar do his little sprinkle in a little Lamar, but give the ball to Derrick Henry and you're going to win. Give me Baltimore.
Baltimore learns with you. F. Rodgers, give me the coach's big brother.
Yep.
Christopher, as we're wrapping up, what do you think of Kyle Whittingham getting hired by Michigan? You like it? I love it. So Learn's going Baltimore. This is going Baltimore. Oof. I don't trust this Pittsburgh team. Christopher's with me, loves it. Former Utah coach, made that program from nothing to a powerhouse. Former NFL player, played with the Rams. Former offensive lineman, by the way. I like those type of coaches. They got grit. As much as I want to go against you guys, I don't trust Pittsburgh at all. Christopher saying Watt is back, which helps them. But Derrick Henry, too much, man. I will also go Baltimore. Aaron Rodgers fades off into the sunset with nothing but a new teepee and a handful of ayahuasca. So
There you go.
yeah, too much Derrick Henry. Yeah, Baltimore. Baltimore for the ultimate comeback. 1-5 Baltimore with the second string quarterback goes in and beats the Bears 30-16, and then that season turns around from that point. Makes me disappointed, and the Bears could have killed another season, because if the Bears won that game, I think Baltimore mailed it in for the rest of the year. But you know what? Good for Baltimore. Baltimore's going to be a tough out. They're the opposite of the Bears. Great defense.
Right.
Offense is struggling, but they have a run game that will travel in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, Lamar in the playoffs, mixed bag there, right?
Yeah.
And that, my friends, is our trip around the NFL. Learn, Christopher, thanks for pitching in there.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah, can't wait to see what happens. Recap show going to be Wednesday, where we'll talk about it. By then, obviously, we'll know what the playoff seeding is for our beloved Bears, who our first round matchup is going to be, and then we get to break down a Bears home playoff game.
I know.
Whew, can't wait. Thank you to the 51 that joined us today. Now, the big reveal. We'll go into the keys of the game. Christopher, man. Hold on. Learn. Stay with us just for a second.
Yeah, no way. You got to do the Bears pick. Learn.
Yep. So now the most important game for us. Detroit going against Chicago at home. Revenge game. We know Learn is going Chicago. He talked about it earlier where he said, we ain't losing today, so it don't matter. Ezra, why don't you kick us off? Let's start with the keys of the game. Learn, give us your final score prediction as well.
Yeah, before you head out, Learn, give us your final score prediction. All right, keys to the game. Here we go. On the defensive side, my big key to the game is, please, for the love of God, get to Jared Goff. Get to him. You don't have to sack him. I'm not asking for sacks. Stats are for losers. Get to him. Push him. Be in his face. Get to his spots where he throws. Disrupt him. Please.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do that, I think we will have some success. Because look, if you're penetrating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback, that should bode well also for your run defense, hopefully. So I'll put those. That's a twofer there. Now, on the offensive side of the ball, air it out. Let's go. Air it out. Caleb, 300 yards. 300 yards today for Caleb. 300 yards. And let's have a successful passing game today. Of course, we're going to soften them up a little bit with a run game, but just do it a little bit. Start zinging it. Let's go.
So it looks like Learn here is saying that little Ditka is going to be coming running out of the tunnel for the Bears, and the Bears are going to hang 60 on these little pussycats who are going to manage to scrape out 13 because Ditka gets hungry at halftime, goes and gets himself a Polish sausage and loses his way back and doesn't return until the fourth quarter.
So that's when they scored that 13, huh?
Yes.
All right. Well, the Bears 60, Cats 13. I like it. Thanks, Learn.
And then we have this troll.
Okay.
So, see, Learn agrees with us. Little Ditka gets lost.
The little Ditka. He surprises us with a star. He's going to play offense and defense.
Yes, he is.
So that's it. You want my final score? So you could give your keys first. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. Give me your final score.
So although I don't think we're going to get the 50 burger, I do suspect we'll get to the 40s.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think the Bears are fucking angry today. That's
I think
if
you're
you
right.
want to talk about a week's worth of practice that they've prepped, they haven't done it like they did all season, like they did this week. So give me Bears 42 and give me Lions 35 because our defense is still our defense. So
Yeah.
that's where we're at. That's what this game could look like.
So this is looking a lot like San Francisco for you, huh? Just
Yeah.
a role reversal.
Yeah.
Okay. So my keys to the game. Nashawn Wright, first of all, it's got to have a better game because he's probably going to be matched up with either Amon Ra or Williams. So
Ooh, yeah.
who are burners, right? We
Burners.
don't handle that type of receiver very well.
No.
I would love to see Jalen Johnson move with them, but I don't know if that's in the cards. And maybe at this point, Nashawn might be a little bit faster than Jalen if Jalen's still coming back. So we'll see. So I think stopping the explosive play is a huge, huge point of concern for me. But they have to do it. And the best way to do it, to piggyback off of your point, we need to see the front four get pressure. Okay. If they don't, it's going to be a long game, right? Agreed, brother. JJ's a stud, but he's been getting smoked this season. 100%. We saw what Christian Watson did to him.
Yeah.
And in previous years, he shut down people like that. So that's my concern as well. Because our safeties, honestly, are not going to be able to keep up either. We know Brisker's not. I'm pretty soon, Christopher, I'm just going to stop posting this shit pretty soon. I know what you're doing, but he's Amon Ra. Watch him not even play. We'll see. But anyway, on offense, I do think they need to come out and establish the run, use the run to set up the pass. I do think Ben Johnson wants that 4,000 yards bad.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple chunk plays or home run plays early to try to jumpstart that for the Bears. But with that being said, I do also think there are going to be a bunch of points scored in this game. The over under for points is 50.5. I would take the over in this game. I don't know if we're going to quite make it to the 40s, but I am taking the Bears, and I'm going to say 35-31. I do think it's going to be a little bit closer.
Yeah.
But we shall see. Number 2 seed in the balance. If you win the wild card game, you're guaranteed another home game. I like where Learn's at right now, man. Learn's got a bold prediction here.
I like it too.
Unexpected hero, Cole Kmet, 2 TDs and 100 yards. Yeah. We're all about bold predictions in this show. Just go back and watch our short about the first play of the game for San Francisco. We love it. Okay. We called the pick 6. A couple other things we nailed on here too. So,
yep.
So let's go. Let's wrap it up, man. Caleb hitting 4,000 for you. You're saying yes, right?
I'm saying yeah. Yeah.
I think he falls just short. He's going to be like 3,900.
900.
Yeah. He's going to get the single season passing record for the Bears. But I think the run game is just going to be so potent that they're going to miss out on opportunities to throw the ball. So Christopher's saying no 4K. He's kind of in my camp here, reading between the lines here because, you know, they're not going to have the ball enough, according to him, because St. Brown's going for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. I don't know about that, but
I mean, if that's the case, if that's an actual stat that happens, the Bears would have the ball a lot.
Yeah. So we shall see. Unfortunately, we have to wait until 3:25
Oh, fuck,
for
I
the
can't wait.
kickoff.
What's the early afternoon slate again? What's the game to watch?
The game to watch in the early afternoon slate is God, none of them.
Nothing.
Cleveland,
Put something on the
Cincinnati.
grill.
Yeah.
Put something on the grill.
Speaking of that, what are you doing for the game today?
I don't know yet, actually.
You don't
I
know
don't.
what
I
type of
don't.
food?
I don't have a game plan with the food.
Oh,
I did make
okay.
stuffed shells for dinner last night. Maybe I'll just eat my leftover stuffed
All right.
shells.
I
don't know.
got leftover brisket defrosted. I'm doing brisket burnt ends today.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yeah, baby.
love it. 3:30
Damn.
passing. Bears run for 200. They dunk on those kitties.
Dunk on them. Damn.
They
Okay.
they abuse the cats, huh? Okay.
I dig it. I dig it.
Yeah.
I'd love
I-
to see it.
I
I'd
I
love
don't
to
know
see
if
it.
Learn understands what his profile picture is, buddy, but you might want to change that to a little cub looking in the mirror at a bear.
So I did at first. I was like, when Learn first came in, and I look at it, I was like, is this a Lions fan? We got a Lions fan in here. But he's been all about the
No.
Bears, so
Yeah.
he proved himself.
Do a little AI, have the baby bear looking in the mirror for a bear. We'll give you the pass this week, my friend, but you have some homework for Wednesday's show.
You have some homework. Chat GPT will generate a
Yeah.
nice picture for you.
All right, guys. With that being said, the Bears taking the number 2. A little bacon wrapped jalapenos. I do those from time to time. I won't lie. I do cheat sometimes because our local grocery store has those. So I just throw a little bit of barbecue rub on them and throw them on as well. But
Now you're making me hungry. So see, soon as we get off the show, and I know I've got time before the Bears game, I'm probably going to run to the grocery store and pick some.
Yeah. So not a bad idea. I have time too. I got to shovel the front walk though. We got just enough snow to make me have to run the shovel, but not enough to run the snowblower. So it's not 12 yet. We have time to talk food. I'm assuming it's talk, not take. But you ain't taking any of my brisket burnt ends, my friend. So
I wish I was close enough to you.
Yeah,
Not-
I got
not
3
good.
chunks. Yeah. Two of the points, so the fatty part. I got 1 flat piece, which has a couple slices in it, which might not make it into the old burnt end tin. That might end up on a sandwich. We'll see.
Fuck.
So
Delicious, bro. Delicious.
can't wait. I got the lad coming over for Sunday dinner.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's right, baby. Always cooking the meats.
He's got
Wedges,
the meats.
we have the meats.
Yep.
So
Well, all right, everybody.
week 18. Can you believe it?
The season finale, man. That's it.
Yeah. And we're in the dance.
And we're already in the dance. So I'm glad we're going into the game with that. Now it's just revenge.
Let's hope that
Revenge.
we're taking a hot chick to the dance and not, your friend that
Yeah,
you're not going to get anything from anyway.
been there. Okay, all right.
Oh, we're going to places we shouldn't go.
All right, you guys. Look, thank you so much. 52 of you in here. We thank you so much. Before we sign out, do all the good stuff. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell. Follow us on Twitter. All the links are in the description. And don't forget to bear down.
Mhm. Last comment from her. She's softening up. You 100%. Again, like, subscribe, ring the bell. Midweek shows drop on Wednesday. Probably going Wednesday at 8:00 to recap this week. 52. Mac, good sign for the D today. So come see us on Wednesday. Learn. We hope to see you back. We'll go over how the trip around the NFL went, who did what. There's enough discrepancy in there, so we should see a little bit of movement one way or another. Thank you guys for all the comments today. Truly made it an enjoyable show. I can't believe 2 minutes and 15 cents, 15 minutes ripped off. Till then, bear down.
Peace, y'all.
Dance again? I got comments on my dancing. Guys.
Everything Bear Show, yo, let down.